G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. My name's Mark. I'm your host. Well, actually, I'm a co-host here now because we now have Owen from Pittsburgh helping us out run the channel. Also, guys, firstly, I just want to wish you guys, everyone, a happy Easter. Hopefully, you guys had a good time with your friends and family. Had people around, had some food to eat, some barbecues and stuff like that. I had a really good weekend, so I'm probably do look a little bit tired actually. Yeah, it's been a excuse me, it's been a pretty big weekend. What my voice sounds like, so I don't know. It's been crazy. But I had a lot of fun. We had friends and family over yesterday. Having the Aussie barbecue and yeah, just enjoying life. So it's been a really good time. But we're here to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, as always, and it's coming closer. The NFL draft is coming closer. We are about, I think, 11 days or like 12 days or 11 days away from the NFL draft, and the Pittsburgh Steelers select, with the crazy music going on, who's it going to be? And we don't know. Now, like you guys know, a lot of you guys know, I am not the biggest draft guy. I have no idea who these players are. And part of me is I don't overly care that much. I only care about the players when they are wearing the black and gold. So I'm going to go down the road today is, will the Pittsburgh Steelers nail this draft? Because we need to look back at what we did last year with getting Najee, Green, and Muth, and we're setting some pieces in order to where I think they're in a good position to nail this draft. I really do. Like, also this year, with the free agent period, we brought in the offensive line help with Mason Cole, James Daniels. We got help with Gunnar Olszewski as well for returner, receiver, right? He might play a part in this offense. We brought in Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback. We started to sort a few things out, right? On defense, we brought in Levi Wallace, and I think we all know that Joe Hayden is probably out the door, and that's okay. That's fine. Miles Jack came in too on defense. We did a fair few things, and signed like Arthur Millette and Killebrew and those kind of guys where they're now putting in the position for the draft. The Steelers are to think, well, last year in 2021, we everyone, pretty much everyone thought and we knew that we're going to go Najee Harris because he was one of the best running backs or the best running back in the draft. And they eventually picked him up in the first round, right? This year, it's kind of different, all right? I get excited about maybe bringing in a guy like Jordan Davis, the big fella. He's my favorite, by the way, just because of how tall he is. If he comes to the Steelers and falls that far, he'd be so fun to watch. Then you hear other reports where Kenny Pickett might fall to the Steelers, or Malik Willis, or as my co-host Owen has talked about, Desmond Ridder, he may, be picked up at 20. So it could be quarterback. Then you start to entertain the idea at receiver or cornerback or safety. Do they trade up? This year, I really don't know. I have no idea. Even last year, for me not being a draft expert, you could kind of figure out who they were going to choose, or at least at the first pick. So let's do a quick overview because we're about 10 days or 11 days away from the draft, right? And here's what we know. The Pittsburgh Steelers 2022 NFL draft picks, right? Their first round is number 20. Second round, number 52. Third round, number 84. Fourth round, 138. Sixth round, so there's no 5. Sixth round, 209. And seventh round, 226 and 242. So you start to think. The Pittsburgh Steelers, positional-wise, now this is not in any order. So I'm not saying who's going to go first, who's going to go second, or who's going to go third. However, the Steelers could go out there and get a receiver, a quarterback. They need a running back. They also need some offensive line help too, and safety with the idea, even if they were to sign Terrell Edmonds or bring in another veteran safety, still key to have some depth there too. Same with cornerback and defensive line. You could get them in the like 6th round, 7th round, right? There's still a lot of pieces that need to be like filled with this draft. I just find it this year. I get this feeling they're gonna nail it because we already have we have our quarterback. We have, there's 2 receivers or 3 receivers if you count Anthony Miller. Go out and go out and draft a guy maybe in the 2nd round, 3rd round, right? He could be your 4th receiver rookie. You have Claypool, Deontay, Anthony Miller. I think he's going to go up there, and then Gunnar Olszewski, he'll come in. That's 5. Then we have the tight ends with Muth and who's the other bloke? Gentry. And maybe possibly Radar. So they might even go tight end in this draft too, right? But why I say this is because I also think we went pretty well last year. This is the 2021 Steelers draft. Of course, we have Najee, our superstar running back, Pat Frymouth at tight end, Kendrick Green, who I think will contend for the center position. Dan Moore, our left tackle, will hopefully keep going great guns. Buddy Johnson, middle linebacker, who, didn't get much playing time last year, but will have a chance. Isaiah Loudermilk, who played pretty well in spurts, right? Quincy Roche, I believe I think he's off the roster. He didn't even make the team. But Trey Norwood, safety, he will also develop into, a good football player too. And Presley Harvin is our punter. So even with that visual image there, we have you could make the claim to say there are five starters: Najee Harris, Frymouth, Kendrick Green, Moore, and Presley Harvin, the punter, right? So I feel like last year we had a really good draft as well, and I don't see there may be a few holes with like safety or cornerback with maybe Joe missing, but having Levi Wallace and Sutton and the other fellas there, I think it's maybe time that the Steelers move on from Joe and bring in some younger corners. So, yeah, I get this feeling that whoever they go in the 1st round, like for me, I'm so excited it's going to be over. So I just want to know. I just want to know who will be the Steelers draftee at 20 and 56. The whole day, the whole few days will be fun, and we also will be here. We'll be breaking the news as well. So we'll be breaking the news. Whoever they pick at 20 will be doing like a video or talking about them, me or Owen. But I kind of just want to know who it's going to be so we can start to talk about the possibilities, what they can do with the Steelers, not just the possibilities of bringing them in. So for this time right now, I do get this feeling that the Pittsburgh Steelers can nail this and really help us win some games and have a chance in the playoffs because we have a fresh, kind of like a new team with Trubisky, and Najee will get better, offensive line will get better, and I can really see something like I don't think we're going to make a stupid pick or, for some reason pick like a middle linebacker at first because we have Bush and we have Miles Jack. You don't need that, But I think overall, like they'll probably bring in a receiver at some stage, quarterback, running back, and then also on defense, safety or some defensive line help. Like you think about it, it's still a big team. There's still a big team, still a lot of guys that are trying to make the roster. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what the Pittsburgh Steelers can do. All right, guys. Sorry, nearly my voice is like going away. So maybe I need to take a day off or two to rest my voice and not say too much. I did have a lot of fun over the weekend with my family and stuff like that. We're making a lot of noise, so that's probably why. But yeah, thanks guys for checking out the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. We are on I think 485 subs. So if you like us, if you like my take and Owen's take, please hit that subscribe button because we are trying to get to 500. Which is a milestone, man. It's a good in the YouTube. I've been doing this YouTube thing now for like what? Strongly for about 4 months, I think. Yeah, 4 months since like, the end of Super Bowl and whatnot, right? And getting to 500 is a milestone. It's a big milestone, and we can't do it without you guys. Like I wouldn't be doing this talking to myself, right? It's I already am talking to myself, really, but at least when you put the video out there, someone sees you. I wouldn't just do this by myself. I'd be a nutter. I'd be a, like downright nutter. So yeah, we are close to 500. If you guys do like the content, and if you checked us out before, like you've watched a few videos and you're like, oh, these guys are kind of cool, and you sit back and you're like, oh, should I sub? I don't know, man. I don't want to ruin my news feed that much. But if you've watched a few videos, just hit the sub. Just give it a crack and see how you go. So we'll be talking about the Steelers, 6 days a week, really. Myself and Owen are going to try and see how far we can go, and we love it. Like, we are passionate fans. I've been a fan for 20 years, and Owen has been a fan, I think, for 20, maybe 30 years. So you have about 30, 50 years experience or fandom just through us. So we are a real Pittsburgh Steelers fan channel. Okay, we have been to the games. We have cheered our team on from bars. I wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the game, and Owen, I think he stays awake till 4 or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thanks guys for the support with this channel. We're pushing for that 500, but I'm excited for the draft to be here and over because there's only about 10 more days of speculation who we're going to get. And then once that bell rings and Roger Goodell comes out and says the Pittsburgh Steelers select quarterback, then it's like, whoa, we are ready. We are ready. So yeah, thanks guys. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we